Killers of the Flower Moon is directed by Martin Scorsese with a screenplay by Eric Roth and Martin Scorsese. It is based off of the 2017 book of the same name by David Grain called Killers of the Flower Moon. And this movie is 206 minutes long, basically 3 hours and 27 minutes. It tells the story, and the plot centers around Oklahoma murders in the Osage Nation or county during the 1920s after oil was found on tribal land. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio as Ernest Burkhart, Robert De Niro as William King Hale, Ernest's uncle, Lily Gladstone as Molly Burkhart, Ernest's Native American wife, and Jesse Plemons as Tom White. Now, William King Hale, the character that Robert De Niro plays, is an actual real life person. And the movie is really, really fun. We see the opening, and Martin Scorsese kind of introduces the film to the audience, and it's really good, and it just goes right into it. The pacing is good. It's really interesting. The acting is good. The cinematography is great. The editing is amazing by Thelma Shoemaker, and it's just a interesting, fun movie. Very, very deep, very, very emotional, something that you would not expect at all. The only problem is it's just too long of a movie. 3 hours and 27 minutes, or 206 minutes long. Certain scenes that kind of don't need to belong there can be edited out, and we still understand what's happening with the story. Lily Gladstone as Molly is probably my favorite acting I've seen in a very, very long time in a film. She just brings this different dynamic to the role that she plays, but it's an emotional, heartfelt role where we see different things happening to her family, her sisters, her mother, even her child, and it's just like, holy shit, how much grief can someone go through? Well, evidently, Robert De Niro's character of William King Hale, or King, kind of is just there, and he just wants the money for certain reasons, and he just wants money. That's all. He doesn't really give a shit about anybody. Robert De Niro gives an award-winning performance in my eyes. Leo DiCaprio as Ernest Burkhart is really, really good. He is front and center and gives the, I want to say, the performance of his lifetime, and it's done so, so well. The aspect of how DiCaprio and Lily Gladstone have chemistry is great. Seeing De Niro along with DiCaprio is also really good. This is the sixth feature film collaboration between Scorsese and DiCaprio, and the 10th overall between Scorsese and De Niro. And this is really, really, really good and different, but it was just so too long. The aspect of what the Osage go to, the tribes, the Native Americans, or how they call in here, the Indians, really opens your eyes about, wow, the white man, so to speak, really did anything they could to kind of take the land, take the money, and, kind of not really give a shit. It's really interesting how everything happens, and for it to be the oil that brought the fortune to the Osage Nation, which happened in real life, and some of the richest people in the world overnight, they became the Osage Nation and in Oklahoma. But then the wealth of these Native Americans immediately affected and attract white interlopers. And you can see that, you see usually the rich white man, and you see other races begging for the rich white man to give them money. Well, in this, the opposites are happening. The Osage are rich, and it's the white man begging for money just to get by. Really different, really interesting. And you could see how much King Hale's influence was in this town. People know him, people go to him for certain things, but it's just like, what the hell is actually happening? He basically had the pull in every single thing, and his nephew is going along with it. Just the aspects of what is going on, what's happening, and how the 2017 book of the same name, Killers of the Flower Moon, is really, really different. I did read the book, and it's very, very different, more so different than what you would expect a book and a movie to be, but Scorsese was the right director to direct this film. There is an instance where you see the explanation of what the Osage or the natives call fire, the moon, the sunlight, how Killers of the Flower Moon or the Flower Moon explanation is given. There are voiceovers, there are interesting sounds, designs. This is a really, really fun way of filmmaking, because it's just the aspect of how everything is captured on screen. And for me, I was glued to the screen. I didn't look away. And it's just, the writing was good. It was fun. It made sense. And it flowed to a way where it just really worked with a film like this. This is probably my favorite film of the year. Oppenheimer and this are really tied for neck and neck, and I see a lot of Oscars being nominated for this movie if the strike ends. I could see this movie being up for 9 or 10 Oscars. Definitely Best Picture, Director, Actor for Leo, Supporting Actor for Robert De Niro, maybe Best Actress or Supporting Actress for Lily Gladstone, Cinematography, Editing, Costume Design, Sound. It's about 9, 10 awards right there, but it probably will maybe win 3 or 4, maybe one. We will see, because it's a very, very interesting competition for a film like this. The budget of it was $200 million, so that's really, really grand and big for a film like this, and the dynamic and the aspect of how everything was that this movie was supposed to have a limited release on October 6, 2023, and then a few weeks later released on Apple TV Plus. But they decided to scrap all that and then give a nationwide release on October 20th, 2023. So I will say this now: if you go see this movie, be prepared to sit for 3 hours plus of a kind of what they call an epic Western crime drama. Is this Scorsese's best film? No, but it's up there as one of his best films. You can see that he did a phenomenal job directing it, and he does have a cameo appearance in this. Just be sure you be on the lookout for when he does appear. I didn't expect it. It was good to see. There are some actors that I didn't really expect to be in here, and I was surprised. There are some in the trailer, but then you hear certain actors' voices and they pop. It's like, wait, is that actor? Yes, it is. Really good, really, really interesting movie. Like I said, very heartfelt, very different. Lily Gladstone is the one that stands out the most for me in this film. There are scenes where mostly she's bedridden because her character has diabetes, but it's all the aspect of how from start to finish you can tell certain characters are happy-go-lucky, and then as the movie progresses, it's just winding down. You can see that they're just getting tired, the characters are dying off and whatnot, and what happens. And it's really, really, it opens up the eyes of what happened to the Osage Nation during the 1920s with oil, and what happened and when the white man came in. For me, Killers of the Flower Moon gets 4 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Killers of the Flower Moon, directed by Martin Scorsese. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the aspect of the story, the acting, the directing, the editing, the cinematography? Do you think this film will be nominated for multiple Oscars or awards during award season? Which ones do you think it'll win? What was your favorite scene? What was your least favorite scene? Do you think the movie runtime justifies that this movie is really that good? Or do you think that 3 hours and 27 minutes is too long? Or do you think it should have been cut down? For me, my opinion, I feel like 2 hours and 40 or 2:45 is a nice number for a film like this. You could edit out certain things, but listen, Thelma Shoemaker doing her thing and always worked with Scorsese, and she's won multiple Oscars, and it's always really great, great to see. Also, let me know what rating you would give Killers of the Flower Moon. And do you think that this is Scorsese's best movie? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new review videos on my channel. I will see you all in the next review video. I'm Mr. Filmstock, and thank you so much for tuning into my review of Killers of the Flower Moon.